beam.ng, the game of all time. Now, you may be thinking, why? Lucky for you, I have the answer. As most of you know, yes, there are other racing games on the market, whether it's Rally, Formula 1, even NASCAR, whatever. However, they, for a majority, have one big flaw that beam.ng fixes: soft body physics. But what does that mean? In most racing games, like those listed before, cars are in the rigid body form. Basically, instead of a car crumpling up like a can when you crash, like in real life, nothing happens. beam.ng uses soft body physics. To put it short, whenever you crash into something, your car is deformed, less squished, in a realistic way to what happens in real life. The way beam.ng and few other games do this is through the use of nodes and beams. Basically, the cars are made up of hundreds of small points which are connected by beams. This creates a very realistic deformation of the car during a crash, rather than just bouncing off of something. This also makes it so any crash in the game is never the same, because there are so many different factors to what happens. Along with the soft body physics mentioned before, in beam.ng there are specific parts of all cars that can break. Let's just imagine a scenario right now. You're speeding down the road, swerving through traffic, then, oh no, there's a turn coming up and, uh-oh, you're going 80 miles per hour. What do? Do you A, slam on the brakes, B, pull the handbrake and drift, or C, oh, it's too late, you hit the wall, poked a hole in your radiator, bent your frame, messed up your alignment, and damaged your oil pan? Yes, your car might still move, but not very greatly or for very long. You might be thinking, who cares if there's a hole in my radiator? It still works, right? No. That's another thing with this game. Anything that happens to your car will affect it in some way. If you break your radiator, your car will slowly overheat until it stops. If you hit a curb and mess up the alignment, your car will turn to one way forever until you reset. It's the most realistic system for damage I think I've ever seen in a game. However, I'm not saying that stuff like this isn't in other games. beam.ng is just really good at it. Driving is hard. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. This game is hard. But, in my opinion, this is a positive. The driving physics in this game are the most realistic I've seen in any game. And while yes, this makes the game harder than something like GTA, it's to the point that I think it made me a better driver in the game and in real life. Kind of. It really makes you think about everything going on around you. If you have traffic on and you're driving like a license, weaving in and out of lanes, you have to think about your speed, braking power, handling, weight even. You really have to pay attention to many things all the time, especially with the crash physics mentioned before. One small miscalculation and you're sending your car into a wall at 100 miles per hour, or plowing through a family of 4. You might be thinking, how does this all come together? Or, how does it all work? Well, in short, this all culminates to the handling of your vehicle. Basically, when you're going into a turn, there's a few outcomes to where you end up. Let's start with understeer. Understeer is when you turn the wheel, but your front tires lose grip, and instead of making the turn, you're stuck plowing straight into a wall. This is usually caused by going too fast, not braking enough, or braking too late. Moving on to oversteer. Oversteer is the loss of grip of your rear tires. Basically, the back of your car slides out and you start to spin. And in the words of Richard Hammond, you don't see the tree that kills you. beam.ng makes all of this possible by assigning 2 friction values to every ground surface in the game: static and sliding friction. Alright, so static friction is the friction multiplier added to the tire while it is rolling, and sliding friction is the multiplier used while it's sliding / when you spin out. Woo woo! I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's really boring. This is just specifics about tire physics. While tire sliding, obviously there's less force needed to keep you sliding, which is why the sliding friction coefficient is lower than that of the static friction. Alright, so yes, I did say 2 values originally. However, there's a third one called the Strybeck curve, which in short simulates how tires switch progressively between static and sliding friction. This is caused by slight flexibility of rubber. If you want more info for some reason about how this works, you can go to the beam.ng forums, because this is where I got most of my info. Aside from the in-game physics and gameplay, the amount of work behind the tire physics and any other thing in this game is insane. This amazing team has been working and growing since 2013 with employees from all over the world. I love mods. I mean, who doesn't? They're fun, and the variety is humongous. One minute you could be flying a B-25 bomber, doing runs through a city, and the next, you're driving a completely normal feeling car that feels like it belongs in the game. In beam.ng, there are mods for just about any person. There's cars, planes, boats, maps, scenarios, etc. Even if this game didn't have mods, it would still be great. But beam.ng is just such a good base for modders to mod, that having access to these mods makes the game so much better. It's single-handedly one of the easiest games to add mods to that I have played, and I have played many games. One final point I would like to make about this game is freedom. You can literally do anything you can think of in this game, and I am addicted to finding new things to do and cars to play with. For example, you can street race, drag race, be a police officer, run from the police, go off-roading, drive a bus route, drive off of a cliff, be a long-haul trucker, participate in a demo derby, be a rally driver, drift, parallel park, learn how to drive a manual car, and I forgot to add this earlier, build your own car in automation, and play with your friends. Yeah, I forgot that part, but there's literally a multiplayer mod that is so good that sometimes I forget it's a mod. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of things to do, and it's amazing. But Dylan, other games let you do that stuff. How is beam.ng any different? Well, to put it short, yeah, there are other games where you have these freedoms, but mostly all of them don't let you do everything you can in beam.ng. There's games where the focus is obviously on some kind of racing or a specific activity, but only few give you a sandbox feel. And for the ones that do, they're just not as good as beam.ng because they don't feel as integrated as the activities are in beam.ng. Alright, that is the end of the video. I had a lot of fun making it, but it took a long time. Okay.